Welcome to the VelaShift official YouTube channel. If you are a fan of storytelling, gaming mysteries, and the deep lore of the frontier, you are exactly where you need to be. This is it, the very first video of our brand new Red Dead Redemption 2 podcast series. And to kick things off properly, where the journey truly feels like it begins. Right now, we are sitting in the beautiful, mud-soaked, untamed town of Valentine. We've set up our microphones on the second floor of the historic Saints Hotel, right here in the heart of Valentine Town.
You already know who joined us. The man, the myth, and arguably the greatest character in the entire gaming industry, Arthur Morgan. Arthur, thank you for sitting down with me.
First off, I appreciate you inviting me in here, partner. Truly. Though I gotta admit, it ain't every day I get dragged into a room filled with all these glowing contraptions. Usually, when folks are looking for me this bad, they're either trying to collect a bounty on my head or looking to put a hole punch through someone. It's nice to just sit, pour a cup, and talk for once.
Let's start at the beginning. The life of an outlaw. You spent decades running with the Linde gang. Looking back, what did that outlaw life really mean to you? Was it about the money, the freedom, or something else?
Money? No. If it was just about the money, I'd have robbed a few banks and bought myself a nice, quiet ranch. In New Austin years ago, it was about freedom, friend. Or at least, what Dutch told us freedom was. We thought we was living true, outside the thumb of civilization and all them greedy politicians. We was a family, men, women, children, all misfits who didn't fit into the world they was building. For a long time, it felt right, like we was fighting for something real. Turns out, we was just running out of track.
You mentioned Dutch. For so many years, he was a father figure to you and John Marston. But toward the end, things changed drastically. When you look back at Dutch and everything that happened in Beaver Hollow, what do you see?
That is a hard one. I love Dutch. Like a father, I believed every damn word that came out of his mouth. I have a plan, he'd say. Have some faith. And we did. But toward the end, I don't know, partner. Maybe the pressure got to him. Maybe that hit on the head, and St. Denis changed him. Or maybe he was always that man.
Yeah, I think so too.
And the world just squeezed him hard enough that the mask slipped off.
This next part is exactly why millions of us sat in front of our screens with tears in our eyes. This is the final and sad ending of Arthur Morgan.
Brace yourselves, because it never gets any easier to watch.
God damn you.
It is over. Now, Arthur. It's over.
Oh, Dutch. He's right. You know it, and I know it.
He's sick. He's dying. He's talking crazy.
There! Up there on the ridge!
I gave you all I had. I did.
Come on. Dutch. Let's go, buddy. We made it. We won. Come on.
John made it. He's the only one. The rest of us... No. But I tried. In the end, I did.
Come on. Let's go. We can make it. Come on, Dutch. Come on! Ah!
He started listening to the wrong people. He stopped seeing us. It breaks my heart, it truly does. Seeing a man you die for look at you like you're the enemy.
Stand unshaken amidst the crash of words.
I've give you all I had.
That line truly hit on deep of our hearts, my friend.
I knew that partner.
You mentioned Dutch listening to the wrong people. That brings us to Micah Bell. Players absolutely despise him. How did it feel watching Micah whisper in Dutch's ear?
Micah was a rat, plain and simple. A snake in the grass. The problem with Micah wasn't just that he was cruel. We're outlaws. We've all done cruel things. The problem was, he had no loyalty. He didn't care about the gang, or the philosophy, or the people. He cared about him. And Dutch was desperate. He was losing his grip, and Micah just fed him exactly what his ego wanted to hear. Every time I look back, I just wish I'd left that son of a bitch to swing in the strawberry jail. Would have saved us all a whole lot of misery.
Let's talk about the people who did have your back. Charles, Sadie, Hosea, Lenny. What did those specific gang members mean to you during those dark final days?
They was the best of us. Hosea. He was the real brains of the operation. The wisdom. When we lost him in St. Denis, that was the day the gang died, truly. After that, there was no one left to hold Dutch back. And Lenny, God, he was just a kid. A good kid with a big brain. Cut down on a rooftop. Broke my damn heart. But Sadie and Charles, man, I'm proud of them. Sadie went through hell and came out a warrior. And Charles has a pure soul, despite all the killing.
And Charles was the man who went back up that mountain to bury you properly after you passed.
He did, huh? That's just the kind of man Charles is. Even when the whole world was burning down around us, and everyone else was running, he never left a brother behind. Knowing I didn't just rot out there on that cold rock. Knowing a good man like him gave me a proper resting place under the sky. It means more than I can put into words, partner. He's a better man than me, truly.
There's someone else who made it out because of you, John. Your relationship with him was complicated. You treated him like an annoying younger brother for a long time, but at the end, you gave everything so he, Abigail, and Jack could have a life. Why, John?
Me and John, we had our feuds. I was angry at him for leaving the gang for a year. I thought he was being a coward, running out on his boy. But as things started going south, I realized something. John had something the rest of us didn't. He had a chance. He had Abigail, and he had little Jack. The rest of us, we were ghosts. We was already dead. We just didn't know it yet. I wanted him to be a father. I wanted him to see that the outlaw life, it's a dead end. I told him.
All right, Arthur, come on, let's go.
You go.
Keep pushing, Arthur.
No. No. I think I've pushed all I can.
Come on.
You go.
We ain't got time for this, not now.
We ain't both gonna make it. Go. Now. I'll hold them off. It would mean a lot to me. Please. There ain't no more time for talk. Go.
Arthur.
Go to your family.
Arthur!
Get the hell out of here and be a goddamn man.
You're my brother.
I know. I know. I told him that. And he was my brother, actually. I'm just glad the boy listened for once in his life.
Arthur, I have a story to tell you. A story that you didn't know, my friend. Because after you drew your last breath on that mountain, the world kept turning. And John didn't forget what you did for him. Years went by, but John eventually tracked down Micah Bell. That rat was hiding out deep in the freezing snow, up on Mount Hagen, leading his own gang. John climbed that mountain through a blizzard, cornered him, and with a little unexpected help from Dutch, John finally got revenge for you and for himself. He put an end to Micah right there in the snow. But the story doesn't end there, partner. The law eventually caught up with John because of that shooting. They forced him to hunt down the last remaining members of your old family. John had to go after Bill Williamson, and he had to track down Javier Escuela. Both of them are gone now, too. And Dutch? John chased Dutch to the edge of a cliff, where Dutch finally realized his grand plans were completely over, and he stepped off into the abyss. John thought he finally bought his freedom. He went back to his ranch to be a father to Jack and a husband to Abigail. But the government, they broke their promise. They brought an army of lawmen and soldiers to his home. John hid his family away, made sure they got to safety. And then, he walked out of his barn alone to face a firing squad. John Marston died just like you did, Arthur, giving everything he had left to make sure his family could live.
He went back for revenge? After everything? God damn it, John. I gave you everything I had left. I told you to run and don't look back. I didn't crawl up that mountain and spit blood onto the dirt just so you could go hunting that rat in the snow. I wanted him to live, partner. I wanted him to be there for Jack, to grow old with Abigail, to find peace that the rest of us ghosts never could. He threw it away for a ghost story.
I get why you're angry, Arthur. I truly do. But from where I'm sitting, I don't think John had a choice. If he didn't climb that mountain and end Micah right then and there, that snake would have eventually found John, Abigail, and Jack.
And he wouldn't have hesitated to wipe out John's entire legacy.
But if you ask me where John did make a mistake, it was buying Beecher's Hope, building a ranch right on the doorstep of Blackwater.
But using his real name on the bank loans, he practically put a neon sign up for the Bureau. It made it way too easy for the lawmen to track him down.
You make a fair point, partner. Micah. He wasn't the type to let a grudge go. If John didn't hunt him down, I suppose that bastard would have spent the rest of his miserable days hunting John. John did what he had to do to keep his family safe. I can't stay mad at a man for protecting his own. But Beecher's Hope, putting his own goddamn government name on a bank deed right next to Blackwater? The boy always did have a thick skull. He wanted so badly to be normal. To build a fence, raise some cattle, and pretend the Pinkertons and the law didn't know exactly who he was. He thought if he worked hard enough, the world would just let him bury the past. You can build the prettiest house in the world, but if you build it on top of a graveyard, the ghosts are gonna come knocking sooner or later. Now I am thinking. I didn't end it up well, partner.
You did end well, Arthur. You gave John his chance at life, and that is the greatest thing you could have ever done. That was just John's destiny, Arthur. We can't change the past, but you gave him the years he did have. Arthur, there is a moment at the very end of your journey. Your horse. You're fleeing the Pinkertons, your horse gets shot, and instead of just running, you stop. You stay with your horse, you pet it, and you whisper, "Thank you." Why was that moment so important?
That horse. She was with me through everything. When the whole world was screaming. When the gang was shooting at each other. When I couldn't trust my own eyes. That animal was loyal. She never doubted me. She carried me when my lungs was burning and I couldn't breathe. To see her die like that, just because she was caught up in my mess, it tore me up. I couldn't just leave her to rot like a piece of baggage. Thank you. I had to let her know she was a good girl. She did her part.
When you stopped to thank your horse in those final moments, that was the exact second that broke every single one of us. Arthur, the people watching this right now, they know your story intimately. And one of the most heartbreaking parts of your journey is your diagnosis with tuberculosis.
You caught it from Thomas Downs while collecting a debt.
Do you ever feel anger about how you got sick? Just a random, routine debt collection ending your life?
Yeah, I used to. It's funny, ain't it? I've been shot at by hundreds of lawmen, survived explosions, fought bears, and what kills me? A cough from a poor, dying man I was beaten up for a few miserable dollars. It's poetic justice, I suppose. I was being a monster, and the universe handed me my receipt. But if I'm being honest with you, partner, that sickness, as terrible as it was, it woke me up.
What do you mean by that?
When you know you're gonna die in a few weeks, all the nonsense just falls away. The money don't matter. Dutch's grand plans don't matter. You start seeing the world clearly for the first time. I realized I'd spent my whole life creating misery. I couldn't fix everything I broke, but I had just enough time left to do some good. To help people who actually needed it.
Like Mrs. Downs and her son, you helped out?
Helping Mrs. Downs, that was a debt I had to pay. Seeing her and her son forced into that life because of what I did to her husband, it sickened me. Helping them get away, giving them money, it didn't make me a saint, but it meant I could sleep a little better at night.
I want to tell you something, Arthur. When you died on that mountain, watching the sunrise,
Millions of people around the world cried. Real, genuine tears. People who never met you, people playing a video game in their bedrooms. You are loved by millions. How does it feel to hear that?
People cried for me? For an old rough killer like me? Damn. I don't know what to say to that, partner. I spent my life thinking I'd die alone in a ditch and nobody'd give a damn. To hear that folks cared, that they felt my pain, it's humbling.
Truly.
I guess, thank you, to all of them. It makes the ride feel like it was worth something.
we have time for one last question. A lot of players wonder, what if? What if you never got tuberculosis? What if you stayed healthy?
Do you think you would have kept robbing with Dutch? Or would you have walked away to find a quiet life with
Mary Linton? Or maybe the life you lost with your late wife, Eliza, and your son, Isaac?
Eliza and Isaac, I think about them every day. Lost them over a few damn dollars. And Mary, I loved her. Part of me always wanted to just run away with her, build a life. If I hadn't gotten sick, I'd like to tell you I'd have changed anyway. That I'd have taken Mary and gone out west. But the truth? The truth is I was loyal to a fault. If I hadn't gotten sick, I might have kept blindly following Dutch right off the edge of that cliff. It took a death sentence to make me see the light. So, as much as I missed the life I could have had, I don't regret how it ended. I got to save John. I got to see the sunrise.
Well, Arthur, I have a million more questions I want to ask you, but we've been talking for quite a while now, and time is running away from us. To everyone watching at home, if there is anything you want to ask Arthur Morgan, leave your questions down in the comments below.
And we might just bring him back to answer them.
Arthur, truly, thank you for sitting down and joining us today, partner. It's been an absolute honor.
The honor was mine. It's rare a man like me gets to sit in a warm room and just talk without a gun being drawn. Subscribe this fella's YouTube channel and take care of yourselves now.
You're a good man, Arthur. The world will never forget you.
Safe travels out there, partner. And be good to your horse.
Will do, thank you.
All right, girl. Let's get out of here. Just you and me now.
Miles we walk, the many things we learn, the building of a shrine, only just to burn.